The woman didn't slow down after she said it. If anything, she pushed the pedal harder, like she wanted the car to understand the urgency better than she could explain it. The creatures were still behind them. Not far, not giving up. One of them vaulted over a moving car like it weighed nothing. Another slid across the hood of a truck and kept running without losing speed. They weren't chasing, they were hunting. The woman's grip tightened on the wheel. "You think they're bad," she said. "They're just the ones desperate enough to show themselves." A horn blared as she cut between two lanes, missing a delivery van by inches. She didn't apologize. She didn't blink. Something slammed onto the roof. Hard. The metal dented inward above her head. She didn't look up. She just said, "Hold on to something." Then she jerked the wheel again, harder than before. The thing on the roof slid, claws screeching across metal, trying to stay on. It didn't. It flew off, hit the pavement, and rolled under a passing SUV. The woman exhaled once. Not relief, calculation. "They're not the worst thing coming," she repeated. "They're just the first ones to reach you." She glanced at her again, eyes sharp, focused, like she was assessing damage. "Tell me exactly what you saw in there," she said. "And don't leave anything out. If you're still alive, it means something noticed you." She changed lanes again, fast enough to make the seatbelt bite. "And it won't stop." She opened her mouth to answer, but the woman cut her off with a sharp shake of her head. "Not the cleaned up version," she said. "Tell me what it did. Every detail matters." Another impact hit the back of the car, not a creature this time. Something heavier, something that didn't bounce off. The woman checked the mirror once, quick and controlled. "Damn it," she muttered. "It's already here." She swerved around a bus, tires screaming. The thing clinging to the rear bumper didn't budge. Its weight dragged the car just enough to make the frame shudder. "Start talking," the woman snapped. "What did it look like before the others showed up?" She tried to think, but the car jerked again as the thing climbed higher, its weight shifting toward the back window. The woman slammed her palm against the steering wheel. "Don't freeze now. If it marked you, I need to know how." The back glass flexed inward with a deep, cracking sound. The woman didn't look scared. She looked irritated. "Of course it found you first," she said under her breath. "Of course." The thing's shadow stretched across the back seat as it pulled itself up, inch by inch. The woman reached under her seat with one hand, still driving with the other. "Last chance," she said. "Tell me what you saw before this gets inside." The glass behind them bowed again, 1 second from breaking. The back window cracked straight down the middle. She didn't get a chance to answer. The thing outside didn't give her one. A long, sharp limb punched through the glass, spraying shards across the back seat. The woman didn't flinch. She slammed her hand down on something under the dashboard. A metal plate snapped up behind the seats, blocking the creature's arm an inch from her face. "Too slow," the woman said. The creature shrieked, not a sound, more like pressure, and slammed its weight against the car again. The whole frame shook. The woman didn't look at her. She kept her eyes on the road. "You still haven't told me what it looked like," she said. "If you don't say it out loud, I can't tell which one marked you." Another hit, harder. The metal plate bent inward. The woman swore under her breath and reached into the glove compartment with her free hand. She pulled out something small, black, and heavy, not a weapon she recognized, but definitely a weapon. "Last time," the woman said. "What did you see before the swarm came through the machines?" The creature's arm forced another inch through the bent metal, claws scraping the upholstery. The woman cocked the device in her hand. "Say it," she said. "Now." The metal plate groaned. The creature pushed harder. She finally spoke, and the woman's face changed. Not fear, recognition. "Of course it was that one," she said. "Of course." She hit a switch on the device. The creature screamed. The device went off with a sharp, metallic snap, not a blast, not a flash, just a pulse that hit the creature like a hammer. It screamed again, louder this time, and its arm jerked back through the broken window. The metal plate snapped back into place, dented but holding. The woman didn't celebrate. She didn't even slow down. "That won't kill it," she said. "It'll just make it rethink its approach." She tossed the device into her lap and took the next turn so hard the tires lifted for a second. The city blurred past, lights, traffic, people, none of them aware of what was chasing them. The creature hit the pavement behind them, rolled, and immediately got back up. It wasn't limping. It wasn't stunned. It just adjusted its posture and started running again. Of course it did. The woman checked the mirror, jaw tight. "Figures," she muttered. "It's one of the persistent ones." She reached over and popped open a small panel near the center console. Inside were 3 more devices, each shaped differently, each marked with symbols she didn't recognize. She grabbed one without hesitation. "You're going to tell me everything," she said. But first, something landed on the roof again. Heavier than before. The metal caved inward with a deep, bending groan. The woman didn't look up. "We deal with this." She shoved the new device into her hand. "Hold it tight," she said. "And don't press anything unless I tell you to." The roof dented again, closer this time, directly above her. The woman's voice dropped, sharp and absolute. If it gets through, you use that. No hesitation. The roof split. The roof tore open like it was made of paper. A long, hooked limb punched through first, then another, dragging the rest of the creature down into the car. The woman didn't scream. She didn't even look surprised. Keep that thing pointed up, she said. If it drops in your lap, we're done. The creature forced its head through the opening. Too many joints, too many angles, eyes locked straight on her like it already knew her name. It hissed, low and deliberate, like it was announcing itself. The woman slammed her elbow into the steering wheel and sent the car swerving hard left. The creature lost its grip for a second, but not enough. It dropped lower, claws scraping the headrest inches from her face. Use it, the woman shouted. Now, she didn't think, she didn't aim, she just pressed the trigger. The device fired a sharp, focused burst, a single, violent pulse that hit the creature square in the throat. It convulsed, slammed its head against the roof, and let out a sound that shook the entire car. The woman grabbed the back of its arm with one hand and twisted hard, forcing it back toward the opening. Again, she yelled. She fired a second pulse. Then a third. The creature recoiled, losing its grip, sliding halfway out of the roof. The woman didn't wait. She jerked the wheel again, this time toward a concrete divider. Hold on. The creature's body slammed against the divider as the car scraped past it, tearing it free from the roof entirely. It tumbled across the pavement behind them, limbs snapping at wrong angles as it rolled. The woman steadied the wheel, breathing hard but controlled. That was just a scout, she said. The one that marked you won't send anything that weak twice. She glanced at her, not with fear, but with certainty. It knows you're running now. The woman didn't slow down after the creature hit the pavement. She didn't even check the mirror. That wasn't it, she said. That was just the one closest to you. She cut across 2 lanes, forcing a truck to slam its brakes. Horns blared behind them, but she didn't react. Her focus was locked straight ahead, like she was driving towards something she couldn't afford to miss. You said it looked at you before the machines blew, she continued. That means it made a choice. She tightened her grip on the wheel. And if it chose you, the others won't matter. The city blurred past, lights, traffic, people, all normal, all oblivious. The woman drove like she was threading a needle at full speed. A sharp beeping sound came from the dashboard. Not from the car, from the device she'd given her. The woman's eyes snapped to it. No, not now. The beeping got faster, louder, urgent. She grabbed it out of her hands and checked the small screen on the side. A symbol pulsed there, jagged, shifting, like it was reacting to something outside the car. The woman swore under her breath. It already tagged you, she said. That's why they're not stopping. She tossed the device back into her lap and accelerated again. You don't understand what that means, she said. If it marked you, the one that sent it will come next. She looked at her, really looked, like she was confirming something she didn't want to be right about. And if it comes, I can't outrun it. The beeping spiked into a single, continuous tone. The woman's face went cold. It's close. The tone from the device didn't stop. It held steady, one long, piercing warning that filled the car like a physical weight. The woman slammed her hand against the dashboard. Damn it, it's already inside the radius. She cut across an intersection on a red light, missing a turning SUV by inches. The horn behind them blared, but she didn't slow down. She didn't even blink. The tone climbed higher. She grabbed the device again, checked the pulsing symbol, and her jaw tightened. It's not tracking the scouts anymore, she said. It's tracking the one that marked you. She shoved the device back into her hands. Hold it steady. If that symbol changes shape, you tell me immediately. The car jolted as something heavy landed on the trunk, not a creature this time. Heavier, more deliberate. The woman's eyes flicked to the mirror. No, 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 no. The trunk dented inward. Metal buckled. The entire back end of the car dropped an inch. She floored the gas. It shouldn't be this fast, she said. It shouldn't be this close already. The thing on the trunk shifted its weight, dragging long grooves across the metal as it crawled forward. The car swayed under the force of it. The woman gripped the wheel so hard her knuckles went white. If it reaches the roof, she said, we don't get a second chance. The device in her hands beeped again, a different tone this time. Short, sharp, urgent. The symbol on the screen twisted. The woman's head snapped toward it. Tell me that didn't just change. It changed again. The woman swore, not loud, but final. It's not following us, she said. It's locking onto you. The roof above them creaked. The woman didn't look up. It's here. The roof didn't just creak this time. It bowed, a deep, bending collapse that dropped dust and metal flakes onto her shoulders. The woman didn't look up. She didn't need to. It's not testing the car, she said. It's testing you. The device in her hands let out another sharp tone, higher, faster, like it was panicking for her. The symbol on the screen twisted again, folding into a shape she hadn't seen before. The woman's eyes flicked to it. Don't let it hit red, she said. If it hits red, it means it's already inside your range. The roof dented again, harder. A long, jointed limb punched through the metal, stopping inches from her face. The woman jerked the wheel, but the creature didn't lose its grip this time. It dug in deeper, anchoring itself, pulling more of its body through the opening. Keep that thing pointed up, the woman snapped. If it gets its head through, it's over. The limb twisted, searching, feeling for her. The metal around it tore wider. The woman slammed her foot on the brake. The creature lurched forward, slamming against the windshield. Cracks spidered across the glass, but it didn't fall off. It clung harder, its weight dragging the front of the car down. The woman floored the gas again. Damn it, she muttered. It's adapting. The device in her hands beeped again, a short, violent burst. The symbol flashed red. The woman's head snapped toward her. No, no, no. The roof split open above them. The woman didn't shout. She didn't panic. She just said one thing, sharp and absolute. It found you. The roof didn't just split, it peeled, metal curling back like something inside the car was being unwrapped. The woman slammed her hand on the horn, not to warn anyone, just to drown out the sound of the metal tearing. Keep that device up, she shouted. If it gets a clear line on you, it's over. The creature forced its head through the opening. Not like the scouts, not frantic, not wild. This one moved with purpose. Its eyes locked on her instantly, not the woman, her, like it had been waiting for this exact moment. The device in her hands vibrated so hard she almost dropped it. The woman grabbed her wrist. Don't let go, she said. If it senses hesitation, it'll take you first. The creature's arm shot down through the opening, claws slicing through the seat beside her. The woman jerked the wheel, but the creature didn't lose its grip. It dug deeper, anchoring itself, pulling more of its body inside. Traffic swerved around them, horns blaring, but the woman didn't slow down. She reached under her seat again, searching for something she clearly hoped she wouldn't need. The creature's second arm punched through the roof, grabbing the headrest behind her and crushing it like foam. The woman's voice dropped, low, sharp, absolute. Don't fire yet, she said. If you hit the wrong part, it'll adapt. The creature leaned lower, its face inches from hers, breath cold and deliberate. The device in her hands flashed red again. The woman's eyes widened. Not yet. The creature lunged. Now. The pulse hit the creature point blank. It didn't fall back. It didn't recoil. It absorbed it, like it had been waiting for her to fire. The woman's face dropped. Damn it. It learned you. The creature slammed its arm down again, this time punching straight through the headrest where her head had been a second earlier. She ducked, barely missing the claws that shredded the seat. The woman jerked the wheel so hard the car skidded sideways across 2 lanes. Tires screamed. A truck blasted its horn. The creature didn't budge. It held on, pulling more of its body through the torn roof. Hit it again, the woman shouted. She fired. Another pulse. Stronger, closer. The creature didn't flinch. The woman swore under her breath and reached under her seat again, ripping out a different device, longer, heavier, with a grip like a power tool. This one won't adapt, she said. But it'll take the whole roof with it. The creature lunged again, claws slicing the air inches from her face. She pressed herself against the door, the seatbelt digging into her ribs. The woman shoved the new device into her hands. Pointed at its chest, she said. Not the head, the chest. The creature forced its torso through the opening, ribs cracking against the metal as it squeezed inside. Its breath hit her skin, cold, deliberate, focused entirely on her. Do it, the woman yelled. Now. She pulled the trigger. The device didn't pulse. It detonated. A violent shockwave blasted upward, ripping the rest of the roof clean off the car. The creature was thrown backward into the air, spinning, limbs snapping as it hit the pavement behind them. Wind roared through the open frame. Glass rained across the seats. The woman fought the wheel to keep the car straight. She didn't look relieved. She looked terrified. That wasn't it, she said. That was just the one clearing the way. She glanced at her, sharp, certain, unblinking. The one that marked you is still coming. Wind tore through the car, ripping at her hair, stinging her eyes. The woman kept the wheel steady, jaw locked, eyes scanning the road like she expected something to drop out of the sky. Don't look back, she said. It wants you to. She looked back anyway. The creature they'd thrown off wasn't moving. But the pavement behind it was. Not shaking, not cracking, shifting, like something underneath was pushing upward. The woman slammed her hand against the dashboard. Damn it, it's already tracking your pulse. The device in her lap buzzed again, not a warning tone this time. A signal. The symbol on the screen twisted into a shape she hadn't seen before, sharp, angular, like a mark being carved in real time. The woman's eyes widened. No, that's not possible. It shouldn't be able to do that from this distance. The pavement behind them split open. A long, dark limb reached out, not scrambling, not clawing, just placing itself on the asphalt like something was calmly pulling itself up. The woman floored the gas. Don't watch it, she said. If you see its full shape, it'll lock onto you faster. She couldn't look away. Another limb emerged, then another, then something taller than the streetlights pulled itself upright, its head turning toward the car with slow, deliberate precision. The device in her hands went dead. No sound, no light, just black. The woman's voice dropped to a whisper, the first time she'd sounded anything close to afraid. Don't breathe, don't move, don't even think loud. The thing stepped onto the road, and the car's engine sputtered. Not from damage, not from impact, from it. The woman slammed her palm against the wheel. No, not now, not with that thing watching. The engine coughed again. The woman looked at her, sharp, urgent, absolute. If it stops this car, you run. She shook her head. Where? The woman didn't blink. Anywhere it can't see you. The engine died.